Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Ice Academy, and, well, this is the day, right? The day we were waiting for. The Hot Springs Day. I wake up at the first sound of my alarm and jump out of bed. I need to meet my friends at the train station so we can all head over to the Hot Springs together. And I'd rather not be the last one there. They might leave without me. Just kidding. No, they wouldn't. Would they? Either way, I throw on some clothes and race to pack up what I need. After grabbing a quick breakfast, I open my bag and drive to the train station. I haven't been back here since my arrival to Isokaze. It's exactly the same as I remember it. People bustle back and forth and the whole station is blanketed with the buzz of conversations. For some reason, the familiarity is comforting. I purchase my ticket and find Kaori, Mayawari and Yuna, who are already waiting on the platform. Hey. Oh, Kaori changed her, well, the way she keeps the hair, so hairstyle basically. Maybe not change the hairstyle, but the way she... No, actually that's changing the hairstyle still. So yeah, looks good. And I think she changed clothes a lot, like I'm talking Valerie, a complete change of colors at least. Yuna also, Mayu also. What am I talking about? Let's go. Okay, hey, you don't worry, wave as I approach, while Mayu smiles and Kaori nods in greeting as usual.
You made it!
So did you. I glance around us. Where is Sho?
Running late, like usual.
He'll be here.
I hope so. He has all our tickets. Kaori gives me a look. I mean, of course he'll be here. She crosses her arms but otherwise falls silent. Even Yuna looks worried as she checks the time. We've still got a few minutes before the train comes. Before he's already in the train. Or something like that. As the seconds tick by, even I'm beginning to lose hope. Thankfully, Sho soon appears.
Hey guys, ready to get our heat on?
She's angry. We stare at Sho.
That came out wrong.
Yeah. He looks around, a wide grin on his face.
Awesome, the gang's all here!
The laborious roar of engines is heard before the train is sighted. Sho points to the approaching train.
Just in time too, because here's the train.
You were cutting it really close, Sho.
I'm right on time.
Everyone quiets down as we get ready to board. We settle into our seats and enjoy the ride. When we arrive, we step on the train and stretch our legs. There's a beautiful hotel in the distance and the hot springs, sorry about the louder being now, are tucked in the mountains behind it.
Alright, here we are safe and sound. Let's go check in first.
I guess I'm a bit influenced by them and yeah, I'm also a bit excited about the hot springs. Sho leads the way to the hotel and we trail behind, enjoying the scenery. I breathe in deeply, letting the crisp mountain or air fill my lungs. Just being here already helps me feel rejuvenated. We enter the hotel and the front desk agent gives us the keys to our rooms. Valerie and Yuna are bunking together while Kaori and Mayu share a room. Obviously that leaves Sho and I to share the last room. The girls disappear in their rooms, but not before agreeing to meet right outside the hotel in 10 minutes. Sho and I enter our room. He immediately flops onto the bed closest to the window.
I claim this bed.
And I'll take the other bed. Alright, I'm fine with this one. I drop my back on the bed closest to the wall and doorway. I don't like being next to the window anyway. Even with the curtains closed, I still feel too exposed.
Exposed?
Like if I were to open the curtains, a face would be staring in. Sho looks warily at the window.
Don't say things like that! Do you want me to have nightmares?
No, that's actually the tactics here. Sorry. But don't be surprised. Once we've had a chance to rest and put down our things, we head down into the lobby and wait outside. The girls trickle in a few minutes later. So, should we go for a soak now?
We want to save that for tonight. Trust me, it's way more relaxing at the end of the day.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never been. What should we do instead? I'm kind of worried that he's the one planning everything. Joe pulls out the tickets and studies the text on there.
What about...
Maya's voice trails off. What about what?
What if we toured the gardens?
She points to a side clearing of blossoms and trees.
They look really pretty.
Let's go!
We get a discounted price for the tours too, since we already have tickets to the hot springs.
Valerie jumps excitedly.
Let's do it then.
She races towards the gardens.
Wait! Don't just run off like that!
Carrie takes off after her as the rest of us scramble to catch up. Luckily we arrive right before the next scheduled tour and we are all able to secure a spot with the group. The tour guide leads us on a gravel path and speaks non-stop about the history of the garden and each plant that we see. The history stuff is kind of cool. I wish I had the money to commission my own garden in paradise. Yeah, but does this guy really have to go into detail about every single plant? I survey the flowers and trees around me. Bright petals of color sway gently in the breeze, and a few of them float towards our feet. I wonder how they keep this place so green at this time of year. As I glance around the group, everyone seems to be focused on the greenery around us. I look out past the field of flowers and admire how far and wide the garden is. It's pretty impressive. A flash of striped fur peeks out amid the colorful petals. What was that? A few paces later I catch another glimpse of a grey striped tail before it appears back among the flowers. Is that a lemur? There are no lemurs in Japan, stupid. Go and investigate. Are lemurs in Japan? I think there are, but I'm not sure. No, I don't look for translation to my search engine. You know which one. So, alright, let's go. Let's go investigate. It will be more interesting that way, I guess. Whoa, does this garden have exotic animals? I've got to find out. I step off the path and venture in the grass, careful not to step on any of the flowers. I'm not sure where the lemur went, but they like trees, right? I steer towards a small grove of trees as I go deeper into the garden. Right, when I'm about to enter the grove, I pause. Is that a voice? Turning around, I spot Yuna. She pounds as she catches up to me.
Finally! Didn't you hear me calling you?
Sorry, what are you doing here? Why aren't you with the
I
group?
should be asking you that.
I'm sorry.
We're not supposed to deviate from the path. You could get in so much trouble.
You could get into trouble now too.
Come on, we need to go back.
Yuna grabs my hand. Wait, we can't go back yet. She's about to reply when we hear her rustling in the bushes behind us. Yuna's eyes grow wide.
What was that?
I'm not sure. There's a chance it could be something dangerous. Is that why we're not supposed to stray from the path? The rustling intensifies. Yuna, get back. Out of easy, I step between you and the bushes and throw out my arms breaker. As I get into position, the dainty cat hops out of the bush and pauses. It wags its grey striped tail and licks a paw, then runs away. My cheeks red as I realize what I've done. I just tried to save Yuna from a cat. I turn around and rub the back of my head, trying to ignore the heat in my cheeks. Sorry, false alarm. To my surprise, though, her cheeks are just as straight as mine, and a broad smile graces her lips. Her eyes sparkle as she looks at me with admiration. What?
You put yourself in danger to protect me.
It was just a cat. She shakes her head.
No. I mean, yeah, it was. But you didn't know that. You thought it was something dangerous, and you didn't want me to get hurt.
My face feels even hotter as I try to stammer out a reply. It's nothing, I just wanted to be... Yuna cuts me off a kiss as her lips press against mine. I blink his prize, then melt into her gaze. Her hands rest on my chest as she gently pulls away. Wrapping my arms around her, I pull her close and kiss her again. We spent some time together before joining the group. The tour was very beautiful and I enjoyed the leisurely pace we took around the gardens, although I did learn a lot more about plants than I ever wanted to know. Once the tour was over, we grouped back outside the hotel. I don't know anything. How did everyone enjoy the tour? My sighs dreamily.
The flowers were so beautiful. I felt like I was walking through a fairy tale. I'm glad you had fun, Mayu. I thought it was really pretty too, but I found the history of the place to be the most interesting part.
Kaori shrugs.
Yeah, it was alright.
It reminded me a little bit of home. On the outskirts of town, there was a cute little museum which also included a garden walk. That sounds really nice. It was.
I thought it was good, but I could have used less of all that flower talk.
You aren't the only
I
one.
thought it was informative.
But enough of that. It's now time for the main event.
Hot springs!
Yay! I cannot wait to soak in that glorious water. Same here.
My brains and even Kaori cracks a smile. What? We eagerly follow Shou into the hotel where he presents our tickets. We had to wait what felt like a couple of hours at least while they prepped the place. Afterwards, an attendant leads Shou and I to the male changing room while another attendant leads the girls away. As is customary, we strip down and rinse ourselves roughly before entering the adjoining hot spring. I can feel the difference in temperature as soon as I step out of the room. There are a few other men spread out in the pool. They all look to be young and close to my age. Shou and I slowly wade into the hot springs. I dip my feet in and my toes tingle from the rush of heat. Carefully I lower the rest of me into the water and instantly relax in the warmth. Shou lets out a contented sigh.
Ah, this is the life.
I nod and close my eyes. I listen to the soft sounds of nature mixed with the low murmur of voices from other patrons. The water is more still, only rippling when someone enters or leaves the spring. The water gently eases out and I remain tension in my muscles. And as I let out a deep breath, I wish this moment can last forever.
Hey guys.
Akira?
Eh? I blink my eyes open and the sound of familiar voice. Akira has a small towel resting on his head. Is he stalking us?
Fancy seeing you here.
I was just about to say that to you. What are you doing here?
We can't stay on campus today, so instead of practicing, my team and I decided to do the next best thing. Heal in the hot springs.
I squint at the other men in the hot spring. No wonder they all look my age.
That's why everyone looks so familiar.
I'm surprised we didn't recognize you guys.
We
He
look
smiles.
different without our uniforms. It took me a few minutes before I recognized you two.
I'd say without any clothes actually, but whatever. In the distance I hear a high-pitched squeal. Was that the
Think
girls?
so?
Their spring is right next to ours.
You should have not said that! Shou perks
Really?
up.
Yeah.
Don't! I wonder what they're
Let's
talking about.
find out.
No, you mean
It's
eavesdrop?
not eavesdropping if we're just checking on their well-being.
Okay, well, I like the theory. No, I don't. This can only end poorly. Great minds feel like, but I'm so confident. Okay, this, yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen enough anime to know how this ends.
Lucky
So
for
laughs.
us, we aren't in an anime. We'll be fine.
Yeah, this is a visual novel. That doesn't make me feel any more confident about this decision. Akira climbs out
I
of the
know a
water.
way we can slip in unseen.
What? You? I thought you were the super good guy that wouldn't do something like that. How exactly do you
I
know
can't
this?
give away my sources.
Shou and I look at each other and shrug. I might have expected this type of behavior from Shou, but definitely not Akira. Exactly, man. We follow him out of the pool and to the changing room where we each grab towels. Then Akira leads us through an employee entrance and into a tunneled hallway. The hallway opens up right beside a large rock enclave surrounding a woman's hot spring, which keeps us perfectly out of sight. Giggles flows around us as we peek over the rocks, just our luck. Valerie, Yuna, Mario, Kaori, and May are right in front of us. So and I share a look as if to silent ask, May's here too! Then we shrug. If Akira's here, it only makes sense that May will be here too. I think. Probably.
It's your turn, Valerie. Okay. Truth or dare? Dare.
Okay, truth.
What? No, I picked dare.
Right, truth.
May turns to the rest of the guys.
Ask her?
I blushes.
What is it like being with a boy?
Everyone stares at her with wide eyes, and May's face turns in another.
Why would you ask me that?
Yeah, I wonder.
Because... you know...
Even Kaori's cheeks are pink, but I can't tell whether it's from the question or the heat of the water. Varia blinks.
Oh, right, okay. You see...
Her voice trails off and my breath catches in my throat. Is this really happening right now? Said Akira, both focusing intently on the conversation.
How do I put this?
She pauses again as shrinks.
Basically, imagine you have a motherboard. On the different sockets, you have to add the different components. So first you put in the CPU, and then the RAM, a graphics card, some sort of storage drive.
Okay, now that I think about it, the way she's explaining that, what if the boyfriend she was talking about is some AI?
Oh, and the power supply. You can't forget the power supply. That is what? Supplies power. And once all those pieces are ready, then it's time to make sure all the wires are connected. Some graphics cards require a 6-pin connector while others need an 8-pin. Some also require 2 sets of connectors depending on the power draw requirements. It's also important to pick a good case because you want to make sure everything is well protected but still has strong airflow. Having a strong cooling system is important when things heat up.
As Valerie continues her explanation, the girls strive to follow along. Maya's brows are furrowed, but she nods ever so often and listening close to Valerie's words. Yuna just seems plain confused, although she's trying her best to follow along. Kaori frowns thoughtfully, and I can almost see the gears in her brain trying to piece together the image Valerie is describing. Only May sits with her eyebrow raised and her arms across her chest.
None of this makes sense.
Valerie freezes and looks a little panicked. May studies Valerie's expression discomfort, and she smiles triumphantly, as if she solved the puzzle.
Oh! You've never actually been with...
Valerie laughs loudly over May's voice.
You're so silly, May. What are you even talking about?
Your analogy doesn't describe it at all.
Kaori closes
She's
her arms.
not right. Then what's it supposed to be?
May grins mischievously.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much.
Plop. I look over at Cho. He had leaned too far forward and accidentally wobbled an unstable pebble which rolled into the spring. That's when the girls look over in our direction, then shriek.
Run!
Run for your life! We scramble into the safety of the hallway and head back in the men's changing room.
Do you think they saw us?
They probably saw you. The blood leaves Cho's face.
Akira, please, tell me otherwise.
What are you
It
talking
was
about?
pretty dark. Maybe they just saw a silhouette.
Of yours. For your sake, I hope that's all they saw.
I'm dragging you down with me.
Good luck. Me? I was in the men's hot springs the entire time. Isn't it right, Akira?
Of course.
You guys!
Once our pounding hearts subside, we return to the men's hot spring as if nothing happened. As soon as our time was up, we left with the rest of the group. This way it could have been anyone who disturbed the girls. Akira joins his teammates while the show and I change back into our clothes. Wait for the girls in the hotel lobby, which basically looks a lot like our school's lobby. We agreed to meet here for dinner, right? Shaw answers nervously. After 15 minutes, they still haven't emerged. So she's from foot to foot.
They really saw me there and now they've gone ahead without us?
I wouldn't blame them. We kind of deserve it if they did. Shaw has a tendency to look
I
sheepish.
didn't realize girls talked about such private things.
Neither did I. I
What if
did.
this is all part of their plan for
I guess.
revenge? Leave us here waiting while they're all eating delicious food and laughing at us. Or maybe they've retired to one of their hotel rooms, dressed in their PJs, continuing their conversation.
I'm just going to stop right
I
there.
was just getting to the good part.
That's a pretty lame revenge as far as revenge go.
I suppose that's true.
We wait a while longer before the girls finally appear. Cory glowers at us as she marches over. Valerie and Yuna both look brave, and even Mai looks stern. Sue leans over to me.
They know. Should we just tell them?
Keep cool. The girls finally pause in front of us. Are you okay? Cory glares at the two of us and
Of
crosses her
course
arms.
not. We are surrounded by perverts.
Show's eyes widen in panic, and even I'm beginning to feel anxious. I was just teasing before, but maybe they really did see us. I mean him. So Show's fault. Come clean. Try to play it off. I really want to go with that. But I think I will not be this bad of a friend. Well, really? Did something happen?
We were being spied on while we were relaxing in the hot springs.
Huh? That's terrible! Who would do such a thing?
You? Show's voice is slightly higher pitched than normal. I glance at him and try to motion for him to come down. He'll blow our covers all
I
right.
don't know, but I intend to find out.
Cory scans the lobby, looking for perverts, I assume. Show
You
relaxes.
should just let it go.
What? How can you suggest that? And let them get away with a free show? That's not right!
Shouldn't I instinctively take a step back from the indignation? Did you see who was watching
No.
you?
Then how are you going to find them?
The girls fall
You'll
silent.
just know.
I raise an eyebrow and cross my arms. Are you sure you were even being watched? Show catch my eye as if to say, good one, Joseph. How can you be sure if you didn't see anyone? Cory falters and looks at the rest of the girls
It
pull
was
back
a
up.
pebble that rolled into the water from an outcrop of rocks. It's the perfect place for someone to hide and peep.
Or maybe it was an animal.
An animal?
Yeah, the springs are outside. It's kind of hard to stop all the wildlife from running about.
I suppose it's possible.
She looks uncertainly at Cory.
Or it could have been a person. Those rocks were a little too conveniently placed to have just been a careless animal.
My
We told
nuts.
the hotel manager about it too. So now they're aware, and also on the lookout.
Show seems worried again, but after listening to this conversation I'm convinced they have no way of finding out it was us. Okay, well, since you've already entered the hotel, maybe we should let them investigate and find the peeper and we can just enjoy our dinner.
That's
Yes.
probably the best course of action.
Thank God, I'm starving.
Do you ever not think about food?
I haven't eaten since lunch. I think I'm allowed to be hungry.
Mayumi giggles.
Let's go before you faint from hunger. I hope the food is good.
Me too. The tension lifts as we walk towards the dining room. It was too close for comfort. When we arrive at the dining hall, we settle down at our table. The hotel offers fixed menu, so all we had to do was confirm our number of dinners, then the waiters put in the orders for our meals. Whatever happened
She
to
didn't
May?
want to stay after the incident, so she went to find her teammates.
I wonder if she ever got a chance to finish her explanation. Wait, you know what? Didn't I just fuck up? I think we didn't see May until we entered that other, you know, girls part of Hot Springs, right? So... well, technically we would have heard that from Akira, you know, that would be a good explanation, but still... I kinda surprised none of them realized. Soon the food arrives. It's a simple tray of rice, fish, and pickled vegetables. We quiet down as we all begin. I hadn't realized how hungry I was until now. I feel bass in my pocket as I pull out my phone. I notice all of my teammates are checking their phones too. It's a group email from Dashu. They're reminding us about our coaching session that was scheduled for tomorrow. Since they received compared to the coach, Ivan will be on campus to give us a few pointers before a match on Thursday. You know where's a
Did you all
broad
get
dream?
that email?
Yeah?
I'm so glad Coach Ivan will be on campus.
Ivan, okay. I would call it Ivan.
Me too! Oh, he's one of my idols. Of course! He's a working legend.
How come I've never heard of him
He's
before?
almost as famous as the Akamis.
Who? Show looks
Actually,
thoughtful.
Mayu, doesn't your family know him?
Yes, but not very well. They respect each other, of course, but aren't close friends. That's why I've never met him.
I'm looking forward to what he can teach this team. There's a reason why he's won 3 championships and received the MVP award twice.
Whoa, this guy sounds impressive.
I heard no matter where he goes, he always wears his signature helmet.
Are you scared of
I've
him
heard
too?
that too.
I wonder if he will wear it tomorrow.
Probably.
The team continues to talk excitedly about tomorrow's training session. I soak in each story of rumor the team shares about him, and the more I hear about him, the more enthusiastic I feel about meeting him. After we finish up our meals, I want to take another dip in the hot spring. After all, my first session was kind of interrupted. Show happily agrees, but the girls firmly refuse. They say their good nights and retire to their rooms. Show and I relax in the hot water until we're both stifling yawns. Then we decide to return to our rooms as well. After all, we have an early morning train to catch. I'm exhausted and collapse onto my bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall asleep. I wish it was that easy. I'm woken up at the crack of dawn by the most irritating clacking noises. Apparently shows alarms of a rooster crowing. What the hell, man? Bruh, why? After unceremoniously stifling yawns and getting dressed, I make a quick sweep of the room to make sure I packed all of my things. Showa had to make 2 sweets because he kept yawning during his first and forgetting where he'd already looked. We're all signed as we meet in the lobby. My and Carrie are both wide awake and as perky as either of them could ever be. Unit Vari seem even more exhausted than Shu and I wonder what was going on in their room. Before my head can wander far, I snap back to reality and I glance guiltily at Carrie, who has her eyes narrowed. I'm tricked my thoughts to good thing I wasn't thinking anything perverted. Okay, so nothing happened, I guess. Still in silence, we make our way to the train station. The train ride home feels even longer than the ride to the hot springs. I resist the urge to ask, are we there yet? Maybe she realized after time what I said about May, and not knowing that she was there actually. After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at Hizokaze. Finally, nopping on the uncomfortable train was still impossible and my thoughts kept drifting to my warm bed. Actually, it looked kinda comfortable, but well, never mind. I say a quick goodbye to everyone and practically speed home. As soon as I arrive, I make a beeline for my room and collapse onto my bed. And the next day, bright sunlight shines on my face and I slowly blink my eyes open. Then I jolt upright in bed. What time is it? Did I miss the coaching session? I fumble around looking for my clock, but it's only 11 AM. Coach Ivan, or as they call him, Ivan, Won't arrive until mid-afternoon. I have plenty of time. In that case, I'm gonna refund one's free. Mayu, Show, or Valerie? Where should I go? I guess so, why not? We haven't hang out with him in a while. Food! I did go buy present with him. Whatever. Just I decide what I want to do, I get a phone call from Show. What's up, Joseph? God damn it, he influenced me with that stupid nickname. Gee, I pulled the phone away from my ear.
You can't
What do you mean
call
now?
me Broseph. Broseph is your name, Broseph.
Okay.
What are you
What's
doing
up?
this fine evening?
Evening? Okay. I have a different definition of evening, but whatever, I guess. I mean, it's 11 AM, right? So, what the hell? I don't have any specific plans.
Excellent. I'll meet you at the Izokaze Park.
What's going on at the park?
You'll see. See you in a few.
He hangs up before I can pry for more. Great. Well, whatever it is, if Show's excited, sorry, then it has to be fun. I hold my bag and I drive to the park. Tantalizing sense of food, walk towards the street. Enticing passerby. As I search for a parking space, the park is illuminated with hanging lanterns and packed full of stalls. Is this some type of festival? Hopefully yes. Show lingers on the outskirts of the park and runs over to
There
me.
you are, Broseph!
What's all
It's
this?
a festival, of course!
Yeah, but which one? He looks
You
incredulous.
don't know?
No, should I?
Everyone knows it's the Festival of Dongos!
You have no idea,
I
do
just
you?
told you, they sell all kinds of Dongo here.
But why is there even a festival where they cancel the angle?
Does it matter?
Date.
Now come on!
Wait, aren't we going to wait for the others? Joe scratches
This
the back
might
of his
just
head.
be a two-man operation.
I'm worried now. Okay. Sounds good to me. You have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Okay, let's go this. Wouldn't you prefer going with you? No.
You're
who?
joking,
Mayu?
right? It's reading week. She has me constantly studying and studying only. It's like being on house arrest, man. I barely managed to escape.
He waves his arms around for emphasis. I mean, what she's doing isn't
know.
necessarily bad.
But sometimes it's good to just recharge the mental battery, you know? I figured the others would get on my case, but I can trust you, Broseph.
Sounds more like you thought about I wouldn't be studying.
Was I wrong?
I wouldn't say that.
Then let's get
He grins.
started! The Adventures of Broseph and Show!
God damn it. I wonder if we went with the generic name, if he would still call us Broseph. He not. Show seems to be in an extra good mood. We enter the throng of people and browse the different stalls. This area sells all sorts of crafts and clothing. A small doll rests in a fitted kimono catches my attention. I stop, Show, and inspect it further. The wooden doll has hair as black as night and dainty face with blushing cheeks and red lips. Maybe you now like this. Ah! What if there is something better? Fuck it. Let's buy it, whatever. How much for this? The vendor names his price and I paid. Show cautiously watches the
Interesting
transaction.
choice. Is that a new thing you're into?
It's a souvenir for my girlfriend.
What?
Show's eyes go
Can't
wide.
go buying souvenirs? Because now I'll
Why
have
not?
to buy one too.
Sure, you can
Oh,
get
not
one too.
this. I can't get the same one as you. She might find out and then she'd be upset.
Okay, well, then we'll look
Wait,
for
is it
something
food?
else. Always.
That's what I like to hear.
We move away from the crafts area and straight into a sea of small eats. Show can decide on what to order to end up ordering one of each item. His arms are full of more dango than one man can eat. I mentioned stopping before he applies this same tactic to each vendor and convince him to eat what we have first. We sit down on the edge of the park at the picnic tables as we suddenly a set of twins approaches us.
Hey boys, are these seats taken?
God damn it! Why? Although their faces are nearly identical, and one girl has thick straight hair which flows in a glossy waterfall down her back and ends right above her ample bottom. The second girl plays with her curls and lets them bounce between her full bosom. They flash a smile, revealing cute dimples, then sit across from us and set down
It's really
their
nice
drinks.
of you to save the seats.
They seem to be around our age. The girls look at show of interest as they play with the straw in their rings.
Ace?
Considering Ace is the only university around here, it's not an unusual quiz. He seems dazed. Yeah, he's in the pilot program. Sure not, still as confused as before. He shoots me questioning glances as if unsure whether or not this is actually happening. He's so out of his element. The girls look at each other and giggle.
After the festival.
What, you want to hang out? Show's eyes widen and he looks at me in astonishment. He looks like he's about to agree when he quickly shakes his head.
We have plans with our girlfriends later tonight.
Aw, really?
Show nods, although more reluctantly this
You are
time.
already taken? Oh well.
Shrugging, she scribbles something on a napkin, then tucks it into Shu's hand. Her fingers lingers on Shu as she leans in close and speaks in a briefly voice.
If you guys ever want to hang out, I'm sure we'll be available.
Well, I'm afraid that's not happening. Not that type of guy here. They slowly turn to their feet and purposely give us an eyeful of their chest. As they walk away, they exert the hypnotic sway of their hips.
Just happened?
Yeah, somehow that happens the moment you have entered the relationship. Yeah, the magic of not being single, man. You don't know. Sho looks at me with trip. You're forbidden fruit now, Mr. Shinjiro.
Huh? What do you mean?
Now that you are spoken for, get ready for a lot more attention from gays, my friend.
That doesn't make any sense. How would they know I already have a girlfriend? We just met!
They've got a secret sense for these things. You know how women are.
They have a lot of secret senses.
Exactly. I remember reading that once you're in a relationship, you carry yourself with more confidence. You don't appear desperate or needy, which makes you more appealing. But who wants to talk about that psychological mumbo
I
jumbo?
think that was a fluke. Yeah,
A fluke.
I tried so hard to get a girl's number before and met with a 0% success rate. This was just a random outlier. You don't sound convinced. Okay,
You're not
here,
wrong.
watch.
I watch as Shu stands, his boats and a girl around our age waiting in line to get some food and approaches her. They chat for a while when the girl pulls out her phone. Shu looks shocked. He furiously shakes his head and retreats back to me as the girl sadly looks on. So, what was that all
I tried
about?
to get her number, and then she was about to give it to me? What is happening? Younger me would have killed for this power! This power that I cannot use!
I pat Shu on the back. I don't know what to tell you, man. Shu sinks into his chair and sniffles. I never thought I'd see the way when Shu would be sad the girls are into him. We spend the rest of the evening checking out the festival and fanning of single girls, much to Shu's anguish. Once we've seen everything there is to see, we go our separate ways and I head home. Somehow that magic is really true. It's about time for our session with Coach Iva. Okay, is this the same day or not? Because, god damn it, evening is in the evening, not in the beginning of the day. It was 11 AM, damn it. I don't know how this works. The time in this game is kinda fucked up. It's about time for our session with Coach Ivan. I double check my email, then make my way to the pre-combat room. That's where we're supposed to meet him. As I walk in, I see the rest of my team crowded around the holo table.
I can't believe he sent all this. This is incredible. Yup,
You look
this
Lynx.
consultation isn't just for the pilots. It's for everyone on the team.
Valerie scrolls through a projected hologram, pausing at an image of a gear loaded with statistics. As I approach, I can make out what looks like the game plans of previous professional matches, complete with sketches, tactics, movements, and calls. This sort of edited information is currently valuable for all parties on the team. Show is the first to ask me. Once he sounds my route, the rest of my team grin or wave at me. Hello. Show puts an arm around
Are
my
you
shoulder.
ready to meet Ivan?
You know it. There's nothing left to do but wait for Ivan to arrive. Valerie and Maya continue to scroll through the whole table while the rest of us take seats on the couches lining the walls.
What do you guys think Coach Ivan is like?
Is Carrie nervous? She keeps a cool kind about her face, constantly
I
down to
heard
one
he's the
pillar.
shot caller on his team. He's the one leading the tactics and pulling in the high numbers.
Mm-hmm. He's even received the MVP award twice already.
Yeah, someone said that before. I remember they mentioned that yesterday as well. I racked my brain trying to understand why I hadn't heard of him before. Okay, don't really remember who won 2 MVP awards on the national stage is Strong
Right.
Arm Gear.
That's his alias for the global stage.
I always thought it was a little strange that he never even took off his helmet for interviews.
In before he's a she.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't even speak in interviews.
Carrie nuts.
That's his
What?
persona, and it's worked really well for him.
In before he's a she. Hearing all of this just makes me even more curious about what kind of person Coach Ivan
Wait,
is.
how is he going to coach us? Does he even know how to talk?
Don't be stupid, Show. Of course he can talk. I
PolishLynx.
think.
Actually, I've heard rumors that his face was half burnt during a racing motorcycle accident. That's why he always wears a helmet.
I think I remember reading that too.
Ouch. I can just remembering there are a couple of times I fell off my bike. I didn't want to imagine how painful it would be to fall off my bike while racing.
What if he's scary?
I've heard he yells at first-year pilots, or worse.
My eyes widen.
What?
Body parts, my
It was
sympathetic on the
nice
back.
knowing you.
No. But why?
Her eyes will up
Stop
with
being
tears.
mean, Valerie.
Don't listen to Valerie. She's just teasing.
Or
Father
am
smacks.
I?
What's going? The door slides open, catching all of our attention. A muscular man, well over 6 feet tall, which of course I fucking don't know. God damn it! Use normal freaking measures. Six. Okay, over 180 centimeters tall. Commands the room. He's wearing a leather jacket with black pants. A polished helmet hides his face. He crosses the room with tundra steps and pauses before us, as large and silent as a mountain. Yo. Okay, I think that's actually kind of... Well, that guy is kind of a reference to... what was his name? From the Top Gear. You know, the driver. The group glances nervously at each other. Nobody wants to break the silence. Hello? His helmet slowly turns towards me, and I fidget beneath his gaze. I can see his eyes, which makes this all the more disconcerting. After a moment, his helmet surveys the rest of the team. I remain stoic while Maya tries to make herself small. Both you and Valerie look uncertain while Show seems confused about how he should feel. Coach Ivan nods. He puts his hands on either side of his helmet. Show can smile in anticipation. Are we actually going to see what's underneath the helmet? Okay. Coach Ivan pulls it off in one sweeping motion, revealing a shiny bald head and the most beautiful mustache I've ever seen. Okay, mustaches are not beautiful, sorry. I don't like mustaches at all. Beard's okay, mustaches not really. Underneath his mustache is a big smile.
Glorious day to make your acquaintance!
Are you fucking kidding me? The guy that is the commentator? What? His jacket has somehow unzipped itself and revealed a perfectly sculpted 8-pack. It puts my meager 6-pack to shame.
On the wings of experience, I shall teach you to soar the skies!
Carrie's face falls. She looks like her nightmare has come to life. The rest of the girls are mirrors of confusion. Shaw on the other hand looks as if his dreams have come true. He sounds also like Shaw's friend.
Someone named Tatsuo by any chance?
Ivan looks at Shaw, even with his smile, his piercing gaze is uncertain and Shaw puts back.
Of my nephew?
Are you fucking kidding?
That explains a lot.
Yuna stands up.
Dubney, thank you for agreeing to coach our team this afternoon.
Utter not my family name, for formalities between friends must not exist.
Oh, okay. Ivan, thank you.
Of course,
He nods.
we will begin with lesson 1. To sprout into a magnificent tree, we must first water the roots.
The foundations?
Yes, fiery flower, the roots.
Fiery Flower, that's actually a good nickname. Ivan motions ask the holograph, records the approach and Ivan projects an image of a
First,
seed.
The seed requires sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and rich soil. The key to remember is the symbiotic relationship between plant and environment. Through light energy absorbed by chlorophyll, conversion occurs of carbon dioxide and water to create glucose and oxygen.
Have I fallen asleep and started dreaming I'm in class again?
Jeez, this is like listening to Valerie explain.
Shh, you want to get caught or what? Joe freezes mid-sentence, then closes his mouth. Valerie asks suspiciously, then shrugs and is listening to Ivan rumble about some clown mumbo jumbo. He is mad with silence. Ivan uses his fingers to elongate his mustache in great form.
Demonstration will triumph explanation.
Yes, please.
Ivan
Make
is solemnly.
haste to the simulations.
As soon as we enter the simulation, Ivan sets up to spar with AI gears. Once the match is over, he points out where we lost focus or how we could have prevented getting hit, then gives us suggestions on how to tighten up as a unit. Once he's shared his insight, he sends us back in for another round. While we fight the AIs, Ivan and Valerie talk quietly about simple fixes to our gears. He seems pleased by what Valerie shares with him. I assume she mentioned the original tweaks she added to our gears when she first joined the team. The more Valerie talks, the more animated Ivan becomes. Ivan. Yuna watches everyone closely and jots down notes in her tablet. I have a feeling she's recording feedback on our session with Coach Ivan, as well as recording feedback from our simulated matches. Based on just the brief notes Ivan, god damn it, provided on our first match. Our second match felt worse apart from the first. It's quite apparent why he won 2 MVP awards. He truly lives up to his title of Strong Arm Gear. So long as you can decipher what he says. I guess that's why he's not actually participating while talking on interviews. We exit the simulator feeling satisfied and more confident than before. Ivan agrees. Ivan! I cannot. Come on, I'm used to. Ivan, okay. Greets us by the
And
whole
so
table.
the dial of time lands for my departure.
Thank you so much, Mr.
His icy gaze falls on show.
I mean, thanks, Ivan.
Ivan
We appreciate
smiles.
your time.
And all this data analysis will help me fine-tune the gears to give them that extra boost.
We can't lose after a training session like that!
Ivan begins to
Something
sniffle.
wrong?
He rubs his eyes with his
guys.
forearm. Suddenly, Ivan scoops all of us into a group
Make me
hug.
so proud!
He squeezes us so tightly I gasp for air. Show him off sculpty while trying to wriggle free. Maya looks terrified as she's squished into Yuna's chest. Lucky! I frown back quickly, keep myself in check. I wish Mario and I could switch places, but was I really about to get jealous of Mario? Violet tries to hack Ivan's arm while Kaori looks like a deer in headlights and struggles to break free. Ivan does notice.
Hey!
After one last squeeze, he raises us and lets out a deep sigh.
So the nest perch on the plant finds its awakening. Go forth, hatchlings!
His helmet partially materializes in his hand. He puts it on and zips up his jacket, then offers us a final thumbs up. We wave goodbye as he heads out, calling out our thanks to his retreating
I
form.
am so pumped for our match tomorrow!
Me too. Should we get some practice in while we can?
I think
Kaori shakes
Valerie
her head.
needs to make the recommended calibrations first.
Yep. They aren't major control changes or anything, so you won't feel a difference while piloting. You'll just get better energy efficiency based on piloting patterns Ivan pointed out.
That's exactly
Kaori
what
nods.
we need.
Ah, okay. So, what do we do until then?
It is reading week.
Oh, well, goodbye, good luck, show.
Don't say it! No! No!
I can already imagine him on his knees. Kaori covers her ears.
What's wrong with you?
Anything but that!
So,
My interlocks her arm
it won't
with
be
shows.
that bad, I promise.
I wonder if she turns into a demon while studying. Shaw glances at my smile, then his own face lights up.
We'll talk to you guys later.
My smiles, and the two of them are
You're all
off.
good then, Valerie?
Yep. I'll send a text when I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'd better get to studying too.
I nod and
Well,
watch her
since
head
I'm
off.
already on campus, I'll go submit my report on the coaching session.
I'm a little disappointed that we can't hang out. She knows my
If I finish
expression.
early, I'll let you know.
Yes!
I'll see you later.
Alright. I wave goodbye. Do you want some
it's
company?
okay. I'll be doing some boring stuff anyway, and I'm not a fan of over-the-shoulder spectators.
Huh? I nod. Alright, let me know if you have anything. Sure. With some time on my hands, I head to the library to actually squeeze in a study session. The library is packed, which I guess makes sense since exams are right around the corner. After searching the desk a couple times, I managed to stick in the desk that stall just as another student is leaving. I feel like a car trying to find a parking space in a crowded lot. God damn. A few hours go by in a blur, while it takes me at one point saying the changes are done, but otherwise nothing eventful happens. What? That's all the studying I can do in one sitting. I pack up Madam No wonder if I know available. Boom! Yuna! Yuna pops into my mind and I decide to go to her call. I wonder how she's spending her reading week. She answers the phone almost immediately. As usual, one time it wasn't like immediately, but you know.
Hello? Oh,
Hey, Yuna.
I was in the middle of calling you when you called me.
Of course. That's what you were thinking about me. Good. I'm not surprised by how frank she is. But it's kinda awesome. Well, obviously I was thinking about you too. Sure, I'll be right there. But come over where? That's the question. When you hang out, I head to my bike and drive to Yuna's house. Oh, okay. Was she at school? After parking, I knock soundly on her door. There is a shouting on the other side and it takes her a while before she opens the door a crack.
No!
Huh? She slams the door shut again. That was strange. There are more noises on the other side of the door before Yuna flings it open. Hi? Woof. I stare at the wriggling ball of fur trying to jump free from her arms. Slobber fact. Oh, you have a dog. Puppy. I love dogs. Okay, you have a dog? Yuna tries to calm the puppy who alternates between licking her face and trying to lick mine. Do you always have a dog?
No,
She laughs.
I'm just borrowing him for now.
What do you mean, borrowing? Borrowing. What do you mean? No, seriously, what does she mean? Oh, that's a nice house. Yuna moves aside so I can enter and close the door behind me. Then she puts the puppy down. It scampers to my leg and paws at my feet as I carefully make my way to the couch. Yuna sits down beside me.
Okay, not really borrowing. I've been volunteering at the local animal shelter since I moved to Isokaze. And when I found out they needed foster homes for some of their pets, I volunteered to take Mochi home with me. As you can tell, he loves people. And he's already been housebroken, so they don't think it'll be long before he gets adopted.
Mochi tries fruitlessly to hop onto the couch and misses each time. After tapping a few more times, he sits back on his haunches and whines. That's what dogs do, actually. That's true. Yuna giggles and scoops him back up in her arms. He settles into her lap. Hurt him.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. I'll have to give him back next week, but I don't really want to.
You want to adopt him? She nods and
The
fondly
house
pets
doesn't feel
Mochi's
so
head.
big and empty when he's around.
I glance around the living room. The space is conservatively decorated, but includes a lot of photographs of the family. Antique vases and cabinets tastefully fill the space. I wonder if these are family heirlooms or items passed down from generation to generation. Looking at the smiling faces of Yuna, Yudai, and their parents, I can understand why Yuna feels alone in such a big house. She's constantly reminded of the past. What did your parents say?
I
Yuna bites
haven't
her
told
lip.
them yet.
Not even about fostering the
No.
puppy?
I'm not sure what they'll say. We used to have dogs back when we still lived in the countryside, so it's not like I don't know how to take care of them. Maybe they won't even notice.
Yeah, for sure. Mochi's splash bed in the corner where the kitchen and living room connect. Compared to the rest of the decor, his colorful and modern toys stick out like a sore thumb. I think they might. She frowns and furrows her brow. Mochi seems to sense her anxiety and places his front paws on her chest to lick her face again. She turns her face away but laughs. Just ask your parents. He loves you, keep him. Have you thought about the responsibilities? Okay, I think they will agree. Okay. Let's do it. You should just talk to parents. I'm sure they understand if you told them, right? She
I
wrinkles her brow
suppose
again,
it
then
can't
nods.
be helped. They'd find out sooner or later.
I found. It sounds like we've already made up your mind.
Maybe. It's not that I'm
She
worried
pauses.
my parents will say no. I don't think they'd be opposed to the idea. I don't want them to think they're bad parents. I understand why they don't stay here for too long, and I don't want them to think I'm lonely. It
Are you
can
lonely?
be a little quiet.
Well, whenever it sounds feeling too quiet, you can always give me a call. I come and keep you company. Obviously,
Thanks.
she blushes. We pals. Do you ever miss the countryside? She blinks
A
in
little.
surprise. We should move to countryside.
I love Isokaze, but sometimes I wish we were a little closer to nature. What about you?
Understand it. I'm gonna say me too, because that's how I feel. I think I would rather live, maybe not the countryside completely, but outskirts of town definitely, where there is all the greenery and stuff. I know what you mean. Whenever I need to clear my head, I like to see the green of the trees and think.
Me too.
Yuna smiles.
Something about being away from the noise of everyday life is really soothing.
I know, right? Why don't we do something to get away this weekend?
But
We could go
what about
camping.
exams?
We've already been studying hard for them all week. A break would be nice, especially since we don't want to get burned out. You know, like thoughtful answer, smile,
It
gradually,
doesn't
grace,
sound so bad. Plus, I haven't gone in a while.
See? Then it's about time, isn't it?
Let's do it.
Mochi yips and hopes of Yuna's lap. He restored his bed of toys, sliding on the hardwood floors. It's also what dogs do.
I think he wants to play.
Play fetch, play tug of war, forget toys, give belly wraps, alphonse. I don't want to say that the first two options are actually kinda dangerous inside, considering what she supposedly has around. Okay, fetch me. Okay, tug of war, why not? Mochi grabs a thick braided rope in his mouth and I grab the other end. Then tightly tug. Mochi pulls back. He stays still wagging, increase the pressure and Mochi pushes his way back onto his thin leg so his butt is in the air. He grows affection and he shakes his head back and forth. I gently let go and my end of the rope drops harmlessly at the ground. Mochi pauses and cocks his head to the side as if asking what I'm doing. You are too strong.
Mochi,
You
you won! Oops, now that he's all wound up, I should probably take him for a walk so he doesn't accidentally wet himself.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that's actually what you need to do as well, apparently, with the young dogs, aka puppies. So you have to walk them after food, you have them after all the naps, after playing around. Seriously, you need to walk with them a lot of times. For like the first 4 weeks, I think. Supposedly you shouldn't really. I was walking with mine for, but I did not allow him to get close to other dogs because, well, that's not a good idea.
Do you want to
Anywho. Yes! I glanced at the window at the darkened sky. I should probably get back before it gets too late. What?
Thanks for coming
You
over.
know nuts. What? No problem. What? That's not my choice! Bye, Mochi. Yuna picks up one of Mochi's pounds
Bye-bye.
and waste around. We both laugh as Mochi looks down at his paw in confusion. God damn it, game! I would not choose that option! Yuna grabs the leash and secures it around Mochi's neck. Then we leave the house together. She heads towards the park while I head back to my bike and drive home. Why? I would go with her. After parking my bike, I let myself into the house. The living room is empty. But someone is definitely in the kitchen. Where's her brandy? I voiced in the kitchen and hurry over. I knew it. I pause as soon as I push open the doors. Nikki's bent over the table laughing, and Yuki stands by the fridge laughing as hard as Nikki, while Uncle Kaito chugs water looking increasingly confused. Oh, hi Aunt Yuki, I know you're here. Aunt Yuki tries to compose herself when she sees me and rushes over to give me a hug.
home. Oops, I got some flour on you.
That's okay. Uncle Kaito's eyes are watering as he lunges towards the fridge and pulls out a carton of milk. Are you okay, Uncle? He doesn't ask for a seat, chugs a fresh glass of milk. Nikki finally composes herself enough to answer.
Chinese food tonight. She ran one of the chilies around the rim of Uncle Kaito's glass when he wasn't looking.
Ouch. She starts laughing
It
again.
hit you at first. Once it does.
I'm sure it does. Uncle Kaito takes another swig of milk while Aunt Yuki giggles.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Their laughter is infections and I find myself laughing with them. It's good to see Aunt Yuki has lost her sense of humor. Uncle, hasn't Aunt Yuki played the same prank on you before?
She has. That's what makes it so funny.
It's been a while. Cut me some slack.
You're losing your
Yuki's been
touch.
away for too long.
Nikki's
Do
eyes.
you really have to leave again, Aunt Yuki? It's so fun when you're around.
Hey, are you saying I'm not fun?
No, you're fun too.
That sounded awfully like a pity compliment.
Nikki giggles. Aunt Yuki fidgets with the corner of her
You'll all be
apron.
seeing a lot more of me.
Kaito looks at her in surprise. She meets his gaze and nods.
With you.
Of course, I just... Does that mean you're really going to stay here?
Yeah. Unless there's a reason why I shouldn't.
No, but...
Grabs Nikki by the back of the shirt or whatever and gets her out of the kitchen. This is the moment to do that. Kaito hesitates. Nikki watches with mouth breathe. Her eyes are wide with excitement. I can tell he's taking a lot of self-control for her to keep quiet. I'm unsure if I should even be witnessing this conversation. Yuki seems to understand how Kaito's unspoken question.
Kids, you've, changed.
Yuki,
Nikki can't hold it anymore and explodes.
Yuki belongs here, Uncle Kaito. Let her stay.
Both Yuki and Kaito blush deeply, sorry.
What?
Yuki.
You clearly need my help.
Okay, let's give them some privacy. I need to push her out to the... No buts! Reluctant Nikki allows me to lead her out to the kitchen and the living room. We both sit on the couch and I turn on
Do
TV.
you think Aunt Yuki will really stay?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, she obviously still cares for Uncle, and he still cares for her. I have a feeling that once she comes back, she won't be going anywhere.
I hope so. Then we'll be a family again.
I glance at Nikki. She looks hopeful, yet apprehensive. Again,
I
we've
know,
always
but
been a family.
It wasn't the same without Aunt Yuki around. It felt incomplete somehow, like Uncle Kaito was missing a part of himself.
It will definitely be more interesting having her back. We wait in silence. Every so often Nikki would sneak glance at the door, but she doesn't move. I can ignore the delicious smell of kung pao chicken wafting out of the kitchen and my stomach grumbles loudly. I kind of wish they were having this conversation after we'd already...
Are you ever not hungry?
Her eyes widen as her stomach grumbles just as loudly. Now it's my turn to laugh. Luckily we don't have to wait much longer before Aunt Yuki pops her head out.
Are you yet? Then I guess we better feed you. Dinner's ready.
I jump to my feet and race to the kitchen, but Nikki lingers beside Aunt Yuki.
Of course I'm staying. There's no way I'm going to let Kaito keep you kids to himself.
Nikki grins from ear to ear and hugs Yuki tightly.
So happy! There will finally be another woman in the house!
Aunt Yuki laughs as the two of them join us at the table.
I don't know how you managed all by yourself.
Me neither.
Everyone is all smiles as we sit down to eat. After dinner, Nikki dragged Aunt Yuki upstairs to show her the new dress she bought last week, and Kaito and I are watching TV. In the middle of the show, his phone dings with an email. As he opens the email, his child says,
It's an email from the PI.
What is it? What's it? He calls the phone on for me to see and we review the email together. Again, the content does not share much, but stresses that the accident might have been more than just an accident. The other driver had been spotted talking to us right before the car crash. Wait, someone wanted to hurt Dad on purpose?
That seems to be
Kaito's
what
voice
the PI is
is
implying.
Why would he want to hurt them?
Wasn't the other driver someone your dad knew?
Yeah, Ezra Wilson and Dad's colleague. Was that colleague? Dad's colleague. They worked closely on projects together. Not that I know of, and we can't even ask him since he's still on a coma last heard.
Well, the PI is still investigating. I'm sure he'll have more information soon.
None of this is making any sense. Ezra and Dad worked on the same project together for as long as I can remember, and he always seemed like a nice guy. I can't imagine that he'd want to hurt Dad. Does this mean Dad knew this was coming too? But how could he? He only left because Nikki called him, and what about Mom? I let out a frustrated sigh. I should have just tell me what happened. Wait a minute. That's research. The strange encryption in my car. Uncle Kaito noticed the change in my expression. I wonder if this has something to do with my car.
Because of the weird thing it did during your first match? If whoever wanted your dad dead was after your core, then you might be in danger. You probably shouldn't use Eagle again just to be safe.
I wouldn't go that far. All my core did was use extra energy packs. At least that's what my professor said. That's why the referees didn't disqualify me from the match.
Extra energy doesn't sound like something to kill over.
I thought exactly. I brought up my core for a different reason. It might be nothing, but our team engineer found a weird encryption from that in my core. She didn't think it was anything important, but now I'm not sure. I don't know. He nods. I try to focus on the TV show, but I can't stop thinking about the accident on purpose. I think I'm just going to go to bed.
Try not to stress too much about this. I promise we'll find out what happened.
I smile weakly. Thanks, Uncle Kaito. After saying goodnight, I got ready for bed, then sleep under the blankets. I closed my eyes trying to clear my mind, but end up running through every detail of the accident I remember, hoping to find a clue. Eventually I fall asleep out of pure exhaustion. And end the episode here. For now, hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see how it will go tomorrow. Because we have the battle, right? Anywho, yeah. So we'll find out about everything tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you then. Bye bye.